get set up on my other device, and then I will go and get building. But I want to explain a few things before I do that. Of course, people aren't going to start flooding in right now. Okay, 1 second. Probably going to turn down the brightness on that thing, jeez. Alright, so we're doing decent right now. I have a basic sketch kind of made up for the city. So I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. Okay, so basically what I have here is I have the basic building setup down. And I'm actually pretty happy with how this one should turn out. I've already done a little bit of experimenting. But basically, I'm going to have a slanted building and some sort of stone structure, maybe some sort of tower that kind of slants up there. But here I have slanted roofs that I'm going to be placing on top of the houses. This is going to be based off of the Battle of Budapest. I'm going to have a little trench in the middle of the street, probably a crater or something that got bombed out. Hello, K-Diggy. Welcome to the stream. You're here early. But I do have a few pre-builds. I also have a few minifigs I've set up. I have a wounded German and a Soviet soldier. And just a sniper, I believe. So I'm probably going to place the 2 Germans in the trench, but I won't really know that until I start building. Sorry, kind of just hit the camera there. Alright. Now, I might be in trouble because I don't have as many parts. A lot of them are being used up by another mock. But I should be able to make this work. Again, I'll just put this up here. It's not the most stable right now, but I can fix that. Alright. Again, just starting to place down the parts. Alright, so we are sitting at K-Diggy right now. We don't have a lot of viewers right now, kind of expected. And we're just gonna kind of go from there. I need a few specific parts from here. You'll see why that's important in a second. But I'm just trying to get this started out of the gate. If I can just find one of these parts. Yep. Hello, the coffee. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we have the basic setup here. Now, this trench is going to go from here down to there. And it should end up being pretty decent. Of course, I don't have it all planned out. That's kind of the thing with these. You never really have a full plan, but I like to just go with it and see what I find. Alright. I am also sorry if I do seem like I'm in a rush on this one. I don't know why, I just feel a little bit more tense for this one than usual. So I'm just going to throw on some parts in here. Hello, Norman. And hello, Carmen. Welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm going to throw down a couple of these dark tan studs. And then I think I might just throw down one of those right there. And we're already off to a decent start. I'm building the Battle of Budapest right now, or attempting to. I do not have quite as big of a part selection as I would like to for something like this, but that is perfectly fine. They're mostly being used up by this mock that I built on my last Sunday stream. Of course, I kind of gutted it of a couple of minifigs. I do play Roblox, yes. Though I don't play it too often. Alright. Now, I'm going to save some of these plates for later. Yes, those are in fact Legos. King Von is the GOAT. Alright. Now, of course, the studs underneath this won't really matter, so I'm just going to make them some random colors. It's always good to have a decent base on these. So I'm gonna keep that out because I'm actually gonna show you one of these parts. So basically, this is the trench system. This one's 4, but I only have it for 2 on this one. But basically, it's connected by this, and you can just slide this in for a very flush-looking trench design. Obviously, it won't stay the best. I do not play Call of Duty or Call of Duty Mobile, sadly. It would be fun, but I just don't happen to play it. Great. So, I got a couple of parts here. I'm going to throw that there. And that ends up very flush with the rest of the mock, I believe. If you see that. But now that I have that there, I can connect it. And over here, I do have the slanted design for the buildings. So that's all good. Alright, nothing new in the chat for right now, so I'm going to keep building. I am watching, even though it might not seem that way. I think I do have enough time for this stream, but it might blur out at some moments. So, I'm sorry if that does happen. But that's basically the trench. Those are pre-built modules. I'm building a World War II battle right now, the Battle of Budapest. Alright, so I'm just gonna throw on a couple more parts too. I have a couple of these dark gray plates right here. Alright, again, nothing new. You're doing pretty well on viewers and likes right now, which thank you guys very much for that. Again, I'm just trying to get this done pretty quick so that I can, shoot, I don't really got anything to do today, but just so that I can get it done within the hour, hopefully. I might take a break from this. Hello, Samir. I'm building a LEGO World War II mock right now. And I'm just trying to get the base down for now. I forget what Sunday stream this is, but I've done a couple of these before. They're always fun. Last stream I invited a guest, Parker Builds the Galaxy. Okay. Again, just throwing down a couple of parts. I do kind of speed run through these, so I'm sorry if you're not really catching on to what I'm doing. If I do anything interesting, yes, I do play Roblox. If I do anything too interesting, I'll probably say something about it in the stream. But if I don't, and you're confused, I can't explain it because I have a somewhat decent knowledge of Legos. Okay, so we have all that done dusted right now, so I'm going to throw in a few filler bricks. Now, obviously, I don't want to use up all of my bricks. That's why I use fillers. You can just chuck these in here, and they basically take up all the space that you don't want. I do not play Steal a Brain Rot, although my friend JWB does, if you want to search him up. He streams like every other day, so. Okay, so we got all that done. I'm going to try to kind of get all this organized and ready. Again, that's where the building is going to be slanted. I do not play Grow a Garden either. I'm sorry if I disappointed you, but I'm not really into those games. Alright. I'm just going to throw a couple of these plates down. Whoa. 6, 7. Haha, funny. Alright. Again, just gonna throw on some parts. I play a lot of strategy games on Roblox. I find they're kind of fun to play, for me at least. I know a lot of people don't really share that view, but I'm just gonna throw on a couple more of these parts. Kind of looks like a donkey. I hope not. That would not be great. Don't really want my build looking like a donkey. Okay, again, I'm gonna throw on another plate or two and a tile. That basically finishes up that. I'm gonna grab out a couple tile plates. No, I can't play during the stream, but I might play after. I don't know. Sorry to disappoint you, but it's kind of a building Lego stream, not doing anything else stream. Okay. So we got all of that in there. What do you like to play? Oh, it kind of, yeah, I read it. It kind of looks like a donkey. I really hope it doesn't, but whatever. Donkey. Okay. So we are doing decent on time right now. Just gonna try to throw down a plate or two. No, before that. I'm scrolling back up. I do not see it. You only sent 3 messages. Shoot. What is that getting caught on? Oh, that. So instead of doing that, I gotta place down one of these because it was getting caught on one of these supports I placed. Okay, stop spamming. We're not spamming. I am showing you what I'm building. This is what I'm building. I'm not building anything else. Okay. I'm gonna throw down a couple more parts and just try to get this all built. Shoot. Yeah, I agree. We should not be just spamming stuff in chat, especially not brain rot. Okay, so we got that there, and I'm going to tear this up because we have all that done. You're doing pretty well on time right now. Roblox account. I don't even know. I forget. I'm not really thinking too straight right now, so I'll probably think of something. Oh, no problem, Big J. You're never late for these streams. Okay, so again, I'm going to throw down a couple of parts. Shoot. Okay, I'm already kind of running out of what I need for this. So I might have to go and look for a couple of parts. No, I could... No, but that doesn't look right. Shoot, I could just, like, throw that down there and maybe just pretend like that area is raised. 10 viewers, 10 likes, generational. Nice. Hello, Emery Ricky. No, I'm not doing that. We're not doing face reveals. Sorry, not gonna happen. Alright. So it's turning out pretty decent right now. We're very positive here. Hello, bud. Yeah, JWB's been trying to switch it up lately with his positive approaches to things. So he's on the recovery path, I guess. Alright, I'm going to throw down a couple of parts again. Just chuck those right there. I don't think I'm going to add any snow because I feel like that would kind of complicate a little bit too much. I think I'm just going to have the snow-top buildings. Your country? America. That's not really revealing too much, so I'm not too uncomfortable giving that information away. Alright, so basically what I gotta remember is that goes right there. So, you know what, I might just actually put a pillar that goes down to that. Yeah, I am from America. Hello, Donna Young. Welcome to the stream. Again, I'm kind of waiting for this to settle down. Normally I have this little surge and then some of my recurring viewers come back. Of course, a couple stay, but not always, so. Shoot. Alright. This could be a problem. Your name. No. You see, you're just asking for personal information. It's not gonna work. Alright. So I can just grab one of these, and I'm gonna throw one down. His name is Arangini. Yep. Oh, you guys caught me. That's my name. That's my name, guys. Can't lie about that one. Okay. This stream is turning out to be a little bit hectic, but sometimes they are. I've gotten through them. It says you only have one viewer. That must be a glitch because it says I have a few more on mine. But even if I do, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Again, throw down a few parts. I'm just trying to get this done pretty fast. Ah, shoot. There's obviously at least 3. Yeah. It says 2 right now, so. They do dwindle sometimes. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a couple of plates for that. Unlike there's some people. Yeah, probably accidentally scrolled. That's about how it works on this. Alright, I'm gonna throw down another part. I think K Diggy did leave, so it's kind of a shame, but doesn't have to stay the whole thing, I guess. People have free will. Okay. Okay, so we got all that right there. This building is kind of going to be on a little bit of an incline. Oh, geez. A lot of people in the chat. Hello, Ilana. Trust me, I found I have 0 subscribers. I don't know what I'm supposed to be trusting you on, but I guess I trust you. Okay. So I got that right. Sorry. Jeez. I'm going to pick this up for right now because I don't really need to use that. Although, shoot. What parts am I missing here? There it is. Alright, so I'm going to throw that down there. Crikey. Australia and Australia isn't the same. Oh, geez, this chat is going way too fast. Hello, Mockingbow. Alright. Yeah, I would appreciate it if you didn't spam. I'm not gonna time out you or anything unless you keep doing it, but I really don't appreciate that on my channel, at least, so I'd appreciate it if you'd stop. Okay. We got a decent... What's in the way? There should be absolutely nothing in the way. Okay, there it is. So we got the base outline here, and I can just throw that on there. It should add up to be there. And that creates a decent angle, very clean. You're from Australia, which is down under. Yeah, I don't really appreciate it when people spam. Of course, people have done worse, but it's just when I'm trying to show people stuff and I see somebody spamming, it just kind of pisses me off when I'm building. Okay. Again, I'm going to throw that there and throw down one last tile. Now that should be flush. Now, I will be moving on to the building in a second, but that's basically the floor done. So I'm going to try to get some of these minifigs positioned, just so that it's not a mad scramble at the end. And I do have, I'll just show off the figs as I place them down. This is some sort of sniper minifig. I tried to make them kind of look ragtag like they would have had in the Battle of Budapest. This isn't entirely based off of it. Obviously, there's going to be some historical inaccuracy. So, it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I am from Austria. Austria. Oh. I'm a You're not a moderator, JWB. You're not. Alright, we have 14 likes on this. That's kind of insane. That's more likes than I normally have on a stream at this point, so thank you guys. Alright. No, I did not position this the best, so I'm going to move this guy over one. Which means I'm going to have to rip up some of these parts. Alright, you know what? I think that should work, and then I should be able to just put down a few plates and stuff like that. Shoot, I'm not checking the chat. Some people had, like, rules, so that, yeah, I don't have rules yet. I just only have rules for my moderators, which none of them are in here right now. I'm hoping one will, just that kind of flew. But, again, my mods have free will, can not join if they don't want to. Of course, I didn't give too much warning for this. I kind of just said, I'll be doing the stream today, and hello, K-Diggy. Welcome back. Just kind of talking about moderators. Okay. Shoot, that is not any better. Okay, so I can place him there. He's kind of going out of the mock, which is not great, but I can manage. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this one. Maybe he can be, like, facing the guy. We support you, Naflo. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna have him holding up some sort of pistol, so I just gotta find a Luger or something. I might steal it off of another one of these minifigs. Do I not? No, there it is. Okay. I do kind of like how that turned out. He's kind of just waiting over there. He's kind of looking over to where the Soviet soldier is going to be. Shoot. Exact same. No, it's not a Lego set. I'm building this custom, which is why it's a little bit stressful, but I've done these before, so I doubt your brother has the exact same Lego set, but and that's kind of how it's going to be. He's going to kind of be covered by the building, but he's going to be discovered by that German. Naflo, what? Do you know Bryce Young? I don't actually know who Bryce Young is, so I don't think I need an explanation because it's probably going to be some guy that maybe a felon. I don't know. All right. Again, we got all that in there, and that's decent. I'm just going to start building the first slanted building right now. So I'm going to take that plate off. No, I'm just going to start building. Go Panthers. If you wanted to join, you could. I don't know who you're talking to there, but I am in right now, so. No need to apologize. I get it. All right, see ya. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm gonna throw down another one of these right there. I don't need to know that. Okay. I'd actually appreciate it if people didn't say stuff like that on my stream. I'm doing a stop motion contest at 100 subs. Yeah, you see, that would be fun, but I am planning another larger video real soon, so that might not be able to work. It would be cool if I could, though. I just might not be able to with that. Okay, so we got that right there. That's going to be the base of the building. And I'm just going to grab another one or two pieces. All right. I have a couple pieces that I set up for this house specifically. I do need to find a window, which I don't know where I'd have that, but of course I can try to find one. Do you like egg rolls? Oh, you're saying that song. All right. Again, I'm going to throw down some parts. Just trying to make this look flush. All right. Again, I'm just going to throw down a couple of parts. I'm sorry, I do kind of keep repeating that, but it's what I'm doing. All right. Shoot. Now, I do kind of like this structured look to this. I feel like it creates a decent effect. So yeah, and my goal for before 26 is 100 subs. Nice. Glad you're almost at your goal. I bet you'll probably reach it by then. Alright, so that's the beginning of the house. Again, I'm just gonna try and throw down a few parts. I gotta keep saying, come on, be original. Okay. So I'm thinking that window could work. Of course, it's a little bit big, but I kind of like how it kind of frames up the window. 16 likes? Jeez. I bet it was. I don't know if it's just not showing up for me right now, or... Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna try to find one of the parts that I was planning on using for the brick pattern. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That works. I'm gonna throw down another part there. Someone was talking about... Yeah. No. Yeah, you can do that. I feel like that's just kind of unnecessary to say in one of these streams. I don't really care about that. Alright. So, we got all that done. That is pretty good. And I'm probably just going to throw down a few more parts in here. Throw down a few more parts. Throw down. Gotta stop saying. Gotta stop. But I got these. I'm going to put some support pillars in there. And again, I'm going to build up the pillars on the sides of this window. Okay, I see. I understand you, but you can't say that stuff. You shouldn't say that stuff on a random person's stream. I understand that it's something that happens, but it's not something you should say on a minor's stream. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm actually fairly happy with how this one's turning out. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, just if she says anything else about that stuff, another time out, I guess. Like, I get that it happens, but you just shouldn't be saying that on my stream, at least. Alright, we're doing pretty decent. I think I'm going to throw that one... No, you know what? I'm going to throw it on the other side. I feel like I have a little bit too much of that dark tan. Okay, there we go. Alright. I think I'm going to throw in one of those right there. And I am liking the kind of greeble look that you get on this house. Nice. Okay. I am finding the parts one by one. I don't know exactly how tall this is right now. I guess I could always just figure it out by stacking a few bricks. Might have to make this a little bit of a taller building. Yeah, a lot of good techniques. Thanks. Yeah, I think Big J has that too in Steal a Brain Rot, so you can go bother him about it, I guess. Alright, so right now this is looking like it's about 6 blocks tall. I gotta figure out how long these supports are for this. Alright, so if I wanted to do that, I just have to put one more over that window. Should be decent. It's not too bad. Alright. 14 mil. Upset of the century. Okay. I'm gonna throw down 1 or 2 of these. And that is good. So I'm just gonna have this sticking out by a little bit. Oh jeez, cannot speak today. We got that right there. And finally, I think I'm gonna throw down. Okay. And put down that, and that should finish up the wall. Again, I am very happy with how that turned out, actually. So I'm going to put down a couple more of these bricks and stuff like that. Someone's still talking about tritone. Oh yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I'm just gonna see how this looks when placed in. Yeah, I do like that. I feel like it adds a lot of contrast to the mock. I'm very happy with how this is turning out so far. For being a little bit rushed in the beginning, I feel like this is turning out very well. I'm not sure if it'll be able to top my other one, but okay. And that should just go in right there. Frames it up. Very nice. Naflo, did you see the teaser of my next song? I'll have to check it out after the stream. But I'm kind of excited to see it, I guess. Excited. Okay. Again, I'm gonna throw down. Don't say it. Stop saying that. I'm gonna put down a couple more parts. Jeez. This is not good. Cannot quit saying that. Why so serious? 8 plus 15 is 20. Yep. That is factually correct. Good job. Alright, I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna just change that up before I say it. I'm gonna place down a couple more parts. Incredibly gassy. Okay. Good to know. Where do I just put down the... I just put down some parts, and I don't even know where I just put them down. Oh, up there. Why did I do that? Okay. Hello, little bacteria. I think that's what that says. Welcome to the stream. Huh. Ah, shoot. Do I not have that part? I don't have a part. This could be bad. Upside down red triangle. That is an upside down red triangle. Correct. Okay. Found that part that I was looking for, and I'm going to throw down another support pillar. Or support pillar. It's not really supporting anything, but another timber. And I could even throw on another one if I wanted to. Alright, I feel like that's decent for the house. If you don't know what the molester moon is, then that's what Big J's trying to do. It was a video back in the old days of YouTube. He just sent me it this morning, so I do know what it is. And we are evening out in the viewers. This is about how many I normally get. So this is already a little bit taller. I kind of made it that way, so I should be able to throw that on. We have one of the white roofs, and I should be able to just kind of slide that in on the other one, and it should work out pretty decently. 31-28 victory. Oh, nice. I wasn't really watching the game, but that is... I don't really know who I'm rooting for here, but that's cool nonetheless. Throw down... Oh, bad. I Jeez. I cannot stop saying that. Alright. I'm going to place down a couple more of these masonry bricks. And then I should be good. Naflo likes the Titans. I don't think I ever said that I liked any specific... Oh, no, I like the Eagles. I have said that. I always say that because my parents are always yelling downstairs, or sometimes they are when I'm doing my streams, so it's always when the game's on. I like... Okay. It's a real funny joke. Of course, the backside, it's not great, but that's not really the point of view that you're supposed to be getting from this mock. So I'm not too worried about it for right now. I'm actually very happy with how that angle turned out. I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to turn out, but it's actually pretty decent, so. I do have a few of the plates I was mistaking for what I needed before, so I'm going to put, if I can grab it out, I'm going to place that there. And I'm going to tidy up a little bit. I have like 15 minutes left, so I should be able to get this done in time. Ask me if I'm funny. Okay. Alright, so the house is finished. I'm putting back some of the parts, but I mainly needed to get this out. A whole bunch of my light gray parts. I think I actually have the most of these out of any of my parts, so that's always a good thing. I'm very happy with how that slanted building turned out. Like, I think that's probably one of the best looking buildings I've made. It's pretty incredible. Okay, we're not gonna have beef in my comments section. This community is not big enough to have beef between members, all right? I'm not gonna have anybody put you in timeout for this, but it says you pink. Jeez. I'll never understand my community. Alright, so if I just keep building a couple of these up, I should be able to put this at some sort of angle. Again, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to turn out. Never am. Alright, CK Diggy, thanks for being here. I did kind of reorganize a lot of my parts, so I'm kind of glad I did that. Hold up, water break. Alright. I have Lego sets from the late 80s and 90s. Nice. What's your favorite Lego set and why? I don't really know. Let me think about that one. Favorite Lego set. I don't really buy Lego sets too much anymore. I feel like I've kind of grown out of that. But I think probably my favorite one was the bonsai gardens. I feel like there were just a lot of great trees that I've been using. Let me just show you one of them. I've used this pine tree in like so many of my videos. It's kind of crazy, but it's probably one of my favorite trees that I have. On 2016. Alright. We have like way more likes than I think I've had in like a couple of my other streams. So thank you guys for kind of blowing this up, I guess. Alright, we're doing decent here on time and on how it looks. Again, place some more parts. Alright, welcome back, Kid Diggy. That was pretty quick. I'm gonna place down another one of these masonry bricks. Again, this is adding some really great texture to this knock. You know what, I might switch it around and have that over there and one of these over here. Shoot, let me check back. Least favorite color in Lego? Well, I don't know, that's kind of a tough one. I dislike the color brown because it kind of just breaks really easily. And it's kind of annoying to work with whenever I'm trying to use big plates. Uh, 17 likes? Nice. Again, there is some sort of delay for me, so I'll probably see that in 1 or 2 seconds. Alright. Yeah, I'm really liking how this greebling's turning out on the building. I'd say this is near one of my favorites. Hit the like, subscribe. Yep, you tell them. Alright. I think I'm going to throw on a few more parts in here, and I should be good. So we have that textured wall. Where did I put the roof section for the... Oh, right there. Don't know how I lost that, but I should just be able to put that right there and call that good. I mean, I really like how that one turned out. I might just want to add some of these slanted bricks on this side to create a more flush image, but I'm pretty happy. No, 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 no. No, that's some sort of trend, so I wouldn't call him a spammer for that. I allow that, so don't worry about that. But the stream is not over. All right. I'm gonna throw down a couple more of these tiles and stuff like that. We are not done. We are not done yet. Okay, I love Mr. Bricks. It ends in about, like, shoot, about 8 more minutes, so we got plenty of time. You guys don't have to start the chant now. All right. That's how it's gonna turn out, basically. Yeah, I do like this watch. It's pretty nice. I think it's a Timex in the glow. That is what it says on the watch, so it is. I'm pretty happy with how it looks, both the mock and my watch, but I guess for the mock, it's kind of up to you guys to decide. Okay, and that kind of clears up some of the unwanted gaps in that. 19 likes, jeez. Crawling up there. This is probably one of my best streams in a while. Thank you guys so much. Like, I know a couple of people left at the beginning, but this is probably one of my greatest streams. I made a really cool mock, really cool angles, really cool building techniques, and yeah. So we have the Soviet soldier hiding around that corner, and I'm very happy with how this one turned out. Okay, so I saw that you timed somebody out. I don't know what they said, but I trust your judgment. Again, very great mock. I'm very happy with how this one turned out. I might just throw down a couple of these bricks in here just to kind of make it so that you can't see out the back of that window, because I feel like that would kind of ruin the illusion a little bit. Says the one spamming his name. All right. Yeah, it's a chant, so I'm sorry if you're confused about that, but it is a chant. It's kind of a trend, so. I wouldn't say a trend, but it's something my fans do, so. Alright, and that kind of completes the illusion. I'm very happy with how this one turned out. You look down the street, you kind of see that. 3 minutes until the chant. Learn the difference. Spam bomb. Okay. No, but I am very happy with how this one turned out. I do kind of like the atmosphere that I've created there. I do like the kind of dulled colors and the vibrant red building. And I feel like it kind of shows the Battle of Budapest at least decently. Of course, it's not exactly what I was going for, but I feel like it's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. I do have a couple of accessories that I could add in. Look, I have a couple of boards here that I could throw down or over around here and just all over the mock. I have like a map too. I might not put that down. I feel like that's a little bit too bright of a color. Doesn't really help with the mix. And a barrel. 2 more minutes. So cute. No, but I'm very happy with how this one turned out. I might actually take this off because I feel like that kind of ruins the illusion itself. But overall, very happy. Backside, of course, as I said before, not great, but it'd be kind of hard to hide that no matter what I did. A chant is verbal. MBP. Alright. So, we got all that done. We got a decent mock. I'm actually very happy with this one. I keep repeating that, but I gotta fill the time somehow, I guess. Again, thank you guys so much for being here for the stream. This was actually so fun to do. Most valuable bricker. In all seriousness, stop. 1 minute till spam. I don't know who you're talking to there. Diplo? Oh. Alright. So, we have about 2 minutes left. I might throw down that or something, but I feel like that would just kind of blend in, so. Otherwise, this is done. And I have almost 20 likes on this, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever gotten almost 20 likes on one of these. But this is kind of probably one of my favorite mocks. I don't think it's beating the Vietnam one just because that one was really clean. But really good mock, really good people that I've met on this one. And I really just thank you guys for being here, for all your commentary, for all your support. We have reached 20 likes. Thank you guys so much. And I might end this like... You're going to be chanting for like 1:30. So I won't speed yourself into that. But in other news, I will be doing something. I will be doing the mock video later where I think I'll be making all the fronts of World War II. It is at a tie right now, but I feel like that would be more enjoyable for the viewers. So I am going to be doing that. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to post this probably some point this week, as well as working on the next one. And I think if you want to come to the next stream, I will be making the finishing mock for that video. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye, guys. This was a legendary stream. See you guys.